The media isn't just reporting the news anymore, they're shaping it. And Prime Minister Andrew Holness is calling them out. But can the Jamaica Labour Party really fight back against skewed media narratives by using alternative media? Or is this a battle they are destined to lose? Hey, patriotic internet friends and family, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're diving into the fiery media battle between Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Jamaica's dominant news outlets. Holness is rallying the Jamaica Labour Party to fight back against what he called skewed and biased narratives. But there's a twist. He's turning to alternative media to win the battle for your minds. From heated clashes with journalists to MPs calling out major news entities, this story is packed with drama. Stay tuned to see how far this media war will go. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more juicy updates on Jamaica's politics. Welcome all patriotic Jamaicans. The movement continues. Make we get into it now. Let's kick it off. Holness urges JLP to counter skewed media narratives. The press, where the truth is often overshadowed by a good old scandal. But recently, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is not having it. His message to the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, stop playing defense. Jamaica is a free country and we believe in freedom of press, but we must protect it. Free press, yes, but also free to push back, says Holness. In his speech at the JLP's St. Catherine Southeast constituency conference, Holness doubled down on the skewed, bias, and untrue narratives he believes are swirling around like a bad game of telephone. What's the real media battle behind the scenes? Stay tuned. But wait, it gets better. Holness took us down memory lane to a time when he dared to question a journalist, where the journalist replied by saying, "I am not your PR firm." Ouch. That must have stunned a bit, but this only fueled Holness's current stance. Don't rely on the mainstream media. If you don't like what they say, develop your own capacity to say what you want. It's all about the battle for your minds, folks. His words, not mine. And the JLP is now being urged to turn to alternative media sources. You know, the digital warriors of WhatsApp, Facebook, and probably a few new obscure YouTube channels. Just how deep does the media war go? We're diving into that next. Traditional media versus alternative media. Warmington angrily said RJR Gleaner is undermining the Holness administration. Yes, the great clash of the titans. Everall Warmington versus RJR Gleaner. For 2 weekends in a row, he's been calling them out, accusing them of trying to sink the JLP ship. But MP Darrell Vaz stepped in to calm the waters, reminding everyone that being hostile towards the media is a slippery slope. Holness is right about one thing. The media landscape in Jamaica has changed radically, and now he's pushing the JLP to flood the alternative media channels with content that tells their side of the story. After all, he believes that nastiness sells, but the truth, well, needs a little boost in the ratings department. Will this alternative media strategy actually work, or is it just a political band-aid? Here's a summary of the key takeaways. 1. Freedom of press. Holness affirmed Jamaica's respect for a free press, but wants balance, especially from media outlets he feels skew narratives against the JLP. 2. Battle for your minds. Holness encourages the JLP to utilize alternative media platforms to ensure their messages reaches the people, as traditional media might not always be on their side. 3. Everall Warmington versus RJR Gleaner. Drama unfolded as MP Warmington accused RJR Gleaner of undermining the JLP, with fellow MP Darrell Vaz stepping in to advocate for diplomacy. 4. Holness's personal experience. He recalls a past interaction with a journalist that fueled his current call for the JLP to engage more aggressively with media narratives. 5. The shift to alternative media. The JLP is urged to lean into digital media to counterbalance what they see as biased reporting from traditional media houses. So will Jamaica's media war continue to intensify, or will Holness's push for alternative narratives succeed in balancing the scale? The battle for your minds has just begun. Hit that subscribe button and ring that bell, because if you want the truth, or at least the truth with a side of humor, we've got you covered. Here's a list of questions you might have about the topic, along with potential answers that address your concerns. Question number 1. Is the mainstream media really biased, or is this just political deflection? Answer. Many feel that dominant media houses tend to focus on sensational stories, often skewing narrative to boost engagement. While media bias can happen, it's important to question both sides and look for the full context in any story. Question number 2. How do I know if the information I'm getting from alternative media is accurate? That's an excellent question. Answer. Alternative media can be a valuable source, but it's essentially to verify facts from multiple outlets, both mainstream and independent. Critical thinking and fact-checking are key to ensuring you're getting accurate, unbiased information. Keynote and pay close attention to that. Always feel free to fact check me. Question number 3. Why does Holness want the JLP to push its message through alternative media? Answer. Holness believes traditional media may not always present the JLP's perspective fairly, so he is urging the party to engage with alternative media platforms to ensure their side of the story reaches the public in a more balanced way. Question number 4. Can I trust alternative media more than traditional media? Answer. Neither traditional nor alternative media is perfect. Trust comes from checking sources, comparing perspectives, and forming your own conclusions based on all available information. Keynote and pay attention to that. Question number 5. How will this battle for your minds affect the political landscape? Answer. As the media landscape evolves, more people are getting their information from diverse sources. This battle could lead to a shift in how the public perceive news and politics, potentially making people more skeptical of dominant narratives. Question number 6. Is this just a political strategy to distract from real issues? That's an excellent question. Very good question. Answer. While it's common for politicians to critique the media, the concerns raised by Holness reflect a larger debate about media responsibility and political bias. It's crucial to stay informed and aware of the broader issues at play. Exactly. Question number 7. How does this media battle impact the freedom of the press? Answer. Holness stresses that he supports a free press, but also believes in the need for balance in the reporting. The real question is whether these actions will limit or enhance the press's ability to report freely without fear of political influence. Keynote and pay attention to that. These questions tap into common concerns you may have, addressing your skepticism, trust in media, and the broader impact of this political media clash. See you in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for more videos like this. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more. I don't know what Prime Minister Andrew Holness said to that journalist that had the journalist replying by saying, "I am not your personal PR firm." The journalist basically has said, if you want me write good reviews about you and paint you in a positive light, you have to go pay me and put me on your PR payroll. But no free publicity. Yeah, no free promotion. You want that? You have to pay for that. And the PM, being as thin-skinned as he is, him never like the reply there. Cause you know, in their mind they feel like they're above the ordinary Jamaican. Like, how dare you? You know who am I? I am the Prime Minister of Jamaica. So how dare you reply to me in a manner like that, when in reality he's an ordinary man, just like any other man. The politicians are not better than anyone. They're not better than a mechanic, an electrician, a plumber, an engineer, a mason, a carpenter. A blue collar jobs actually build every society, you know, every nation, you know. Yeah, blue collar workers, your plumbers, your electricians, your mechanics, they're the one that keeps the society going. When vehicle broke down, you have to call a mechanic. You having a degree in political science or you have your lawyer degree, you're not better than a mechanic or electrician, because you can't do what them do. Your car broke down as a lawyer, you have to carry a mechanic. You need the mechanic. But it's always fascinating how these politicians, when they reach in positions of power and their socio-economic status is at a high level, they now look down upon the peasants or the slaves on the plantation and feel like they're no superior and above better than you and me, which is not the case. Them actually need us. We no need them, but then trick you if you believe so, well, people actually need politicians. The same way how the banking system needs if you can deposit and lodge your money in there. If nobody now deposit and put their money in a bank now the money for lend rich business people. A bank now the money for make if people now can deposit their hard earned money, and companies now deposit people's salaries in the bank. The bank need the people more than how the people need the bank. The people can always keep your money and save your money at the yard. They don't need a bank. But you see, then trick you if you make you believe say, oh, the bank is a necessity, and no, it's basically one big scam when you really analyze it and strip it down to its core. You don't need the banks either. So PM Holness coming out and calling out mainstream media outlets that are not on his side or painting him in a favorable light or in a positive image, like the RJR Gleaner that Everald Warmington boldly called out, and MP Darrell Vaz had to step in. And I said, Warmington, ease yourself, man. What you do? Yeah, because Darrell Vaz knows the power of mainstream media and effective investigative journalism. You understand? So a man like Darrell Vaz don't even want to get on the wrong side of mainstream media and then go start do some serious investigative journalism into his detailed lifestyle. Yeah, cause that would not be good for any politician. You understand? Last thing you want are people start dig up things about you and I say, oh, you involved in this allegedly? You do this allegedly? No politician wants that. You get it? And the world we live in, and everybody are gonna like you. People are gonna have their side, people are gonna have their favorites. You understand? It is what it is. And it's only natural for mainstream media outlets have their favorite political parties just like any other Jamaican citizen. You understand? In America, we know say Fox News, as they claim, is pro-Republican, and basically all other mainstream media outlets in America is very pro-Democrats. It is what it is, and Trump can't do nothing about it. Basically, Fox alone, they're on Trump's side. Every other media outlet is very pro-Democrat on the Democratic side. So when you hear Trump come out and I say mainstream media and fake news, that is exactly what it is. So now Andrew Holness basically come out and I say, me not like how now cover the IC investigation and probe into the alleged allegations of illicit enrichment. That is what Andrew really have a problem with, how the mainstream media is covering the IC versus PM Holness. 28 bank accounts and 3,600 transactions across those said 28 bank accounts. He doesn't like how them report the detailed information that them get from the Integrity Commission. Yes, because even in the recent Gleaner article that I covered that was on Michael Phillips, the Gleaner clearly added Andrew Holness to the article, and where I read other news articles, they only covered, for example, like CVM, when they covered Michael Phillips' late filing or late declaration, them only covered Michael Phillips. And Nationwide, if I'm not mistaken, only covered Michael Phillips. But when I read the Gleaner added Andrew Holness to Michael Phillips' article. So then and there, you would see where Warmington would say, "Una try sink the JLP ship," and Andrew Holness say, "Una paint me in a negative light, cause una na say nothing good about me," which there is nothing good to be said at this moment about you, PM Holness, based on the IC investigation into your alleged illicit enrichment, the allegations of illicit enrichment. And that is going to be the talk of the day. And it hits differently because it's the sitting Prime Minister who is under investigation for illicit enrichment. It's a big story. Which media outlet would not want to cover Joe Biden under investigation for corruption and fraud? You can't ignore it. If you ignore it, then the people are going to have a problem with you. The people now are going to say, we can't trust mainstream media outlets because they now cover the story and bring the truth to light to the people. So the mainstream media would lose all credibility from the public, and the mainstream media cannot afford that. So you're under investigation for allegations of illicit enrichment. That's how mainstream media are gonna run with. I know nothing for you get in your feelings and I get all thin skin about. So when you are tell the JLP them to create their own social media platform to counter the narrative, well, that you're supposed to do. You see me? Because you control the narrative by staying ahead of the narrative with your own counter narrative. You don't get to come and say, me not like how them a cover and a report the detailed information where the Integrity Commission have for me. Them a give out too much personal information and details. The people deserve to know. The people of Jamaica deserves to know. You can't want to sweep something like this under the rug, PM Andrew Holness. It is what it is. Let me educate you, my viewers and subscribers. There has always been a battle for the minds of the people by every political party, by every mainstream media outlet, and now by every social media platform. From your TikTok, your Instagram, your Facebook, your WhatsApp, all of them is in a battle to control the minds of the people. Yes, if you occupy your consciousness, and whoever can keep the more people on their specific social media platform, they would be the ones who are winning the battle of the minds. Yes, trust me, they always try control your mind. It's just that you are not consciously aware. So that's the real purpose of all these social media platforms. The Chinese man make sure say he make TikTok so him can come dominate that space as well, because he realize how well it works for America. Because as Zuckerberg own Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and at one point Twitter, now X. And you know who next are going to come in at the social media market? More than likely we soon see Russia come out with their own social media platform as well. And maybe soon after even India. So don't be surprised. There is always a battle for the people's mind. This has been going on from the dawn of humanity. Somebody always try to control your mind. I try to control how you think, what you believe, how you eat, how you sleep, how you dress, how you talk. That was the whole purpose of even our educational system. They teach you what to believe. They never taught us how to think critically, and that was done deliberately. They taught you what to think during your entire time going to school from basic to tertiary. The education was never meant to teach you how to think and think critically. So it must be a teacher's conscious decision upon realizing that we need to teach our children to be critical thinkers and think independently. and make wise and informed decisions based on their own assessments on any given particular situation and or scenario. Yes, school doesn't teach you how to think critically. It never has. That was never the purpose of school. The purpose of school was to just produce doers. Yes, do as you're told. Don't question anything. The government say jump, you're supposed to say how high. That's the real purpose and the real history of the education system. It's to control your mind. Be obedient. Walk in a straight line. Do not be a critical thinker, because critical thinking will even make you get militant and radical against the system, and the system don't want critical thinkers. As me say, they want doers you're told. That is why it is so important to unlearn. Let me repeat that. Unlearn everything that you've been taught and relearn everything that you were never taught. So if they never teach you how to be a critical thinker, you must learn how to be a critical and independent thinker. If someone only taught you how to be emotional and always in your feeling, it is your job to now start to learn about logical thinking and be logical, not emotional. That is what I mean by unlearn and relearn. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that notification bell. See you in the next one. One love, Jamaica.